You're listening to the Chic Code Podcast with Wirda Alyssa and Sophia Arisa. All things chic, candid, and comedy. Hey girlies, welcome back to another episode of the Chic Code Podcast, and this episode is proudly brought to you by Mr and Mrs Yaseen.
Yes, the award-winning realtor couple with over 27 years of combined experience and hundreds of successful property transactions.
Double the expertise, double the commitment, your preferred property agents.
You can connect with them on Instagram and TikTok at Nurul Rehman and at Yaseen Property.
You can call or WhatsApp them at 9760-3017 or 81886111.
Yes, correct. So thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Yaseen, for powering our episode. Janganlah stop powering our episode or else tiada Chic Code Podcast lah.
Yeah, betul. So thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Yaseen. Okay,
Yes,
sekejap ya. Makanan Grab sudah sampai.
So sampai. By the way, guys, there's new listing for on Mr. and Mrs. Yaseen. So there is a unit not to be missed. It's renovated, high floor, corner, unblocked view.
Wow.
Dekat Tampines. So
Wow.
5 room punya rumah. It's on the 13th floor, corner unit. Wow,
Oh
the
my
view
God.
must be
Yes.
amazing.
And unblocked.
Wow, and it's also a move-in condition. So you don't have he buat AI
Wow.
He swap.
Kau kalau tengok Mr. Yaseen punya Instagram, Yaseen Property
Correct.
dia dah level up dia punya content dia pakai AI.
Very, very proud of Mr.
Yeah.
and Mrs. Yaseen.
Amazing.
You know what? I love this whole AI, the one that property agents are doing
Yes.
right now, because I feel like not everyone can visualize easily.
Betul.
Correct. It takes a lot of creativity for you to visualize.
Yes.
But some people are mostly guys lah. For girls, kita more like, this one can turn into this.
Yeah.
But sometimes for guys, they're more like,
Macam mana sih? They
Yes.
cannot visualize.
Correct.
So dengan bantunya AI,
betul.
kalau boleh visualize. Baik Yaseennya video. Korang pergi check out Yaseen Property dengan Nurul Rehman on Instagram. It's amazing. Nicely done video.
Betul. Aku komen tastefully done. But yeah, it's a moving condition.
Yeah, betul.
So you guys don't have to put in so many money lah for the reno and all. Ini boleh just cuci kaki, masuk rumah, tinggal bawa barang-barang je lah.
Yeah, betul.
Yes, collect pula. It's newly renovated bathroom some more. Got 4 bedrooms.
Oh wow, that's big. 4 bedroom.
One you can convert into walk-in wardrobe. That's what I did.
Oh my
That's
God.
what I did.
Yes, you have 4
So good.
bedroom
Correct. Asking
Amazing.
price dia
Asking price.
900,000.
Hey.
Ni untuk orang-orang yang nak upgrade lah. Macam mana tahu this is for
Guys, okay, listen to me.
Yes.
Because now we have HDB pricing at $1 million and above.
Correct.
To have it at 900k is considered macam
especially
for 5 room, Tampines, high floor, benda-benda ni semua.
Yeah.
Orang selalu want to take the opportunity to like, you know.
Yeah, so this one I think more for like orang yang nak upgrade lah kan.
course.
If you have like maybe 4 room BTO, 5 room BTO.
900, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the show. We would like to wish all the mothers out there happy Mother's Day. Selamat Hari Ibu.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day, Rida.
Terima kasih.
Your first Mother's Day.
Thank you so
I'm so
much.
happy for you.
Selamat Hari Ibu.
Thank you so much.
You're such an amazing mom to Numan and Nura.
Oh my God,
Your kids are very, very lucky to have you. Your husband is very lucky to have a beautiful and kind-hearted wife.
Masya Allah, tabarakallah.
Masya Allah,
Thank you so
tabarakallah.
much.
And I'm
Same
also
goes
very
to you.
lucky to have a kind-hearted friend lah.
Of course, we'll be mum besties forever.
Of course, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. Yes.
So for this special edition episode, taklah, kita nak baca email from yang berceritakan tentang mother's
Betul.
love. We received quite a number of emails yang title dia ada pasal ibu, pasal mak. So kita nak bacakan cerita ni.
Betul.
Yeah.
Oh ibu, kau disiram bayu pagi. Ibu Adri yang sedang mendengar.
Okay.
Hai Ibu.
Hi.
Okay, on to
Okay,
the shows.
let's go. Alright, let's read. Email pertama, title dia, I saw it all, Ma. Hi, Rida and Sophia.
Hello.
I grew up in a small, happy family, but since COVID, everything changed. I was 15 when my parents' business started falling apart. And from that age, I watched life become something heavier than I was ready for. My dad is a good man, a loving father, a good husband, works hard for the family, but he never really knew what was happening behind the scenes. He didn't know that the house was almost kena lelong. He didn't know bills were piling up, and some days everything felt one step away from collapsing. My mum hid it all.
Jap, bapak dia pergi mana?
Manalah aku tahu, sabar kasi aku baca.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, works hard for the family but dia tak tahulah what is going on in the house. Bill pun dia tak tahu. Okay? Damn. She carried everything quietly so my dad would have never have So my dad would never have to know how bad it got. He has heart problems and my mom knew bad news could cost him more than just stress.
Allah kesian.
He would have been dead if he knows everything. So she held everything together alone. And I saw all of it. I saw her cry while preparing food to sell. I saw her stay awake at night thinking about tomorrow. I saw her lose people when she lost money. I saw how cruel the world can be to women who are struggling. I'm 21 now. And as the eldest daughter, I choose to work instead of continuing my studies. Not because I didn't want to, but because I couldn't watch my mom carry everything alone. So I worked. Full-time, part-time, and beside her. I did what I could do so one day my mom could breathe again. And through all this, one thing stayed with me. The world is round. Tak selamanya you are on top, and tak selamanya you will stay at the bottom. For now, I just want to work hard enough to give my mom peace. That's all I've ever wanted. Mama, happy Mother's Day. Thank you for surviving things no one saw. Thank you for staying strong when life gave you every reason to fall apart. Thank you for choosing us, even when life was heavy. I saw everything, and I will never forget it. The strongest woman I know, my superhero, inspired me to be as strong as her, my kind of woman forever. I love you, Mama, always. And to Wirda and Sophia, thank you for giving me comfort in seasons I had to go through quietly. Kak Wirda, thank you for reminding me that even when life feels heavy, I'm still allowed to be soft, to be beautiful, to keep showing up for myself. You remind me that working hard and carrying burdens doesn't mean I have to lose myself in the process. You inspire me to keep going, keep glowing, and trust that one day everything I've prayed and manifested for will find me too, inshallah. Dan Kak Sophia to me. Thank you for reminding me that one day this burden won't feel this heavy forever. That as eldest daughters, we may carry a lot, but we were never meant to carry it alone forever. And thank you for reminding girls like me that we are still easy to love even when life has made us strong too early. Oh my God, I felt it with my heart. Thank you, TCC, for keeping me company during late nights while I prep food to berniaga with my mom. For being there while I get ready for work. For reminding me to focus on myself too. To fill my own cup, even if only a little at a time. I look up to both of you more than words can say. XOXO, Wirda and Sophia. Sincerely, from a little girl in an adult body, L. I just want to give you a big hug.
Correct. I want to
right
give you a
now.
big hug.
I know the burden, the invisible burden that you're carrying on your shoulders. I know, I understand completely. So that's why kau punya message to really touch my heart.
Yes, correct.
Aku faham sangat. I just want to give you a big hug.
Yeah, kan.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're stronger than you think lah.
Yeah, betul.
Yes, and you will go through it.
Yeah.
Kan, because she don't really tell us what is it that she's.
Betul.
Yeah, so that's why I said always be kind to people that you meet because you don't know what are the battles that they're fighting. You get what I mean?
Yeah, betul.
So yeah, just be kind, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kau macam pernah in public, macam dekat supermarket or what, walking down the aisle, and then you will pass by a lot of people. It's public place kan. Kau pernah terlintas dalam kepala otak kau, like what are the battles that they are fighting?
Of course, for me, not supermarket. I like to macam look out my house window and semua I can see it's units. It's all families, different families. So I'm thinking macam, wow, every unit in this flat is like maybe one mak baru meninggal,
Yeah.
satu tengah heartbreak, satu tengah studying for exams. You
Yeah.
get what I mean? Semua macam ada battles masing-masing.
Betul.
Yeah,
So the least you can do as a person is to always be kind to everybody.
correct.
Kan? Kau tak tahu sebenarnya diorangnya battles macam mana. Kan? Deep hole.
Deep. Oh.
Dio, okay. Thank you so much for sending us that email. We really appreciate you, listening to us, and we hope we can always keep you company lah.
Correct.
Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dedicated to my first best friend, my mother. Hello, the Shit Code team. As Mother's Day is approaching, I would like to share the story of the person I look up to the most and love dearly, my mother. The hardships she went through and the strength she carries still amazes me to this day. Let's dive in, shall we? Growing up in a kampong in Indonesia, my mother only ever dreamed of a simple life. She wanted to be a good wife with a happy family, just like her own mother. But at the age of 14, she lost her mother and her whole world changed. Her father became abusive and home stopped feeling like a safe place. At only 19, she got married, hoping to finally find serenity and peace. Instead, she fell into the hands of a drunkard husband who once promised her the world. A year into the marriage, she had my sister. She endured everything for the sake of her child and became the breadwinner while the husband drank from day to night. Her life must have felt like a never-ending nightmare. Yet, in the darkest moments, she turned to Allah SWT and menyerah her fate. She truly believed that the hardship she was going through was a test because Allah loved her. Even when the strength felt small, she held tightly onto her iman and endured it. Eventually, her heart grew tired and bitter, and the love she once had for her husband was gone. An opportunity came for her to work in Singapore, but it came with a painful price. She had to leave her 4-year-old little girl behind and could only visit every few years. Hai, aku tak boleh dapat little girl. Faham tak? Emosi terganggu. Okay, even now she tells me that it was the hardest decision she had to make. She left not because she wanted to, but because she had to. She wanted her little girl. Kau continue. Aku tak boleh lah. But little girl.
She wanted her little girl to have a better life than she ever did. Alone in a foreign country, navigating life by herself while working as a cleaner, she filed for divorce. She missed birthdays, school events, and milestones as she tried to build a new life from nothing. During this time, she met my father, who was also a divorcee. Their love story did not begin with love, but with a mutual understanding that they needed each other. My father needed someone to take care of his children, and she wanted to bring her daughter to Singapore to give her a better life here. And slowly, they fell in love. She fell smitten with his charisma and the light he brought into every room, and he loved her devotion to Allah and the softness she had in the way she carried herself. They had me, then my younger sister, and we grew up in a chaotic household of 5 children. I wish I could say her hardship ended there, but Allah had more ujian waiting for her. At the age of 8, I was scrolling through my dad's phone and found him chatting flirtatiously with multiple women. Pause the sad music right there. Thank you very much, audio guy. Why must it always be? Aku ingatkan dah nak habis dah cerita. Aku ingatkan dah happy ending. Kau tahu tak?
Aku dah imagine
aku dah macam
production.
oh my god, like finally rumah ramai-ramai anak semua happily ever after tinggal kat Singapore.
Okay, sambung.
Found him chatting flirtatiously with multiple women. I could barely understand what I was reading, but I knew sending hearts to these women were not normal. I ran to my mum with tears in my eyes. She just brushed it off and said, "Tak apa sayang, bapak masih sayang kita. Jangan cakap apa-apa, okay?" As an 8-year-old, I nodded because I could not comprehend the gravity of the situation. As I grew older, I realized that this was normal for him, and he would even meet up with some of them. My mother stayed silent, turned a blind eye and even told him that if he wanted to bermadu, she was willing to accept it because she did not want him to tanggung any dosa if he were to commit zina. Her selflessness came from one thing only, her children. My mother only brought my sister to Singapore at the age of 11, and the years apart had created distance between them. My sister had been abused by her father growing up, and my mother carried guilt on her conscience for not... Conscience, eh?
Conscience.
Conscience.
Conscience. Kan?
Conscience, eh?
Conscience.
Delete this. This
Yeah.
is so embarrassing. I carried guilt on her conscience for not being there. My sister kept that distance and moved out once she got married at 20. Their relationship only began to heal after my sister had children of her own. In 2012, our family struggled to make ends meet. There were nights when candles replaced electricity and rice with salt replaced proper meals. Makan sekadar alas perut. Eventually, we had to give up our home and move into a small 2-bedroom rental unit because it was all we could afford. A few years later, my father was diagnosed with terminal cancer and fought a long and painful battle. He once told me that he believed it was karma for the pain he had caused the people in his life. My mother became his full-time caregiver and accompanied him to every chemo session. She was there for every hospital visit, every moment of fear and every moment of hope. She wanted to cherish the little time we had left. In those desperate years, my father finally realized that the only woman who would only be willing to stay through everything was my mother. Although it came late, he apologized and became a devoted husband while turning back into religion in the last final years of his life. After he passed, my mother faced yet another ujian. She had to raise 2 teenage daughters while carrying the heavy grief of losing her husband. The support we once received became less, and she had now had to carry the financial and emotional burden alone. She took on a job as a cleaner despite the physical toll it had on her body, just so we could have food on the table. Growing up, she was my first and only best friend. She listened to my stories after school and protected me from ever being hit the way she was as a child. But after my father passed, everything changed. As a teenager, I was embarrassed to say that my mother was a cleaner and resented her for not being emotionally there for me. I did not understand grief, never learned how to cope, and I hurt the person who loved me the most. I made careless remarks about her job that hurt her deeply, never realizing how much it hurt. And every night she would cry herself to sleep with salon pass patches on her aching body. After long days of physical work, when she later found a job in infant care, she told me that she hoped I would no longer be embarrassed by her. I was stunned. What I thought were passing remarks had quietly left scars in her heart. What I thought was her cold exterior was her trying to be the new pillar for our family. It was only when I grew older that I finally took the time to know her story and see her as a person, not just my mother. She's amazing. She's navigating life for the first time too, and even what it felt like never-ending hardship, her spirit and trust in Allah always sustained her. I took the effort to build a relationship with her, and now we are closer than ever. We go on little dates and cherish the time we have together, moments I once took for granted. And I'm endlessly thankful that I came to this realization sooner rather than later. Through every storm, every heartbreak, and every sacrifice, her strength never wavered. And because of her, I now understand what true strength, patience, and unconditional love really look like. I appreciate having her as my mother and will never take her for granted again. I attached a few photos of us to show you how beautiful my mom is, but you guys can describe her for the audience. By the way, she is 56 years old. She looks so young for her age, and hopefully I will grow to look as youthful as her. Regards, Anonymous.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh. Oh, she looks like such a sweet lady.
Yeah.
Masya Allah. Oh, kesian. Sedih lah, kan? Pengorbanan seorang ibu.
Sorry, the part yang tadi kau stop reading because she had to leave her 4-year-old girl behind. And then here we are, kita leave for a few hours, we feel so guilty. Stop it.
Kalau podcast buat dengan ibu-ibu memang macam ni.
And it was just now dekat rumah. Aku macam, it's the first time I was counting the hours that I'm gonna leave for work today. And I was like, okay, I need to stand by my breast pump. And aku just turned to Adri, I said, am I a bad mom for leaving kids at home? And then he was like, no, stop it. You're doing this for them.
Yeah.
It's just mom guilt.
Yeah, it's just mom guilt.
It's just
No,
mom
now
guilt.
you feel so bad because kau freshly postpartum. So the feelings and it's
Sasui.
more like, you know what I mean?
Hey, talking about postpartum, we never share any postpartum sasui moment. Aku ada siap.
Kau faham tak? Okay, one of my like actually kan when I think just this morning aku was thinking actually kan Allah Maha Besar kan dorang aku feel the postpartum kan it's like actually a gift from God for us to really protect our baby tau.
Oh my
Okay,
God,
kau
yeah.
pernah ada macam like this one is like freshly postpartum kan.
Yeah.
When kita holding tengah rokong our baby and macam kita nak macam keluar pintu, pernah tak korang macam terimbas macam ada scene kepala anak kau terhentak?
All the time.
Apparently that is normal for postpartum moms. I saw it on reel. Macam for you to suddenly macam have that like a
Fear.
and
Macam
like
that
image playing
yup.
in your head.
Yup.
It's actually very normal in postpartum. And for me, I feel like it's just a sign from God to protect our baby. Macam then we hold
Extra.
our
Yes.
baby tighter mah. Kan? Macam suddenly macam kita, salah, imagine anak kita terhentak pintu. Then kita will be like macam very careful.
Extra cautious, yeah. Oh,
That
it's
is
normal.
It's normal, babe.
Oh my God.
I have that all the time. Aku imagine anak
Yeah.
aku
Yeah.
terjatuh,
Terlepas.
terrantak.
Kan. Oh my God.
Hmm.
Yeah. I always have that in my mind, yeah.
It's normal.
What the hell? Aku ingatkan aku just being overprotective or siao.
Yes, correct. Also too because it when very freshly postpartum, it's in my mind like all the time.
Oh.
And macam takut anak tak breathe.
Yeah.
So it's just macam God's will nak kita macam more like protective towards our baby.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's amazing, right?
Okay, and then also there's another thing. Apparently, after you give birth, kan, there's this certain part of your brain. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's the amygdala or something. The part of the brain that enlarges after you give birth, just so that you are more attentive to your baby bila kau tidur. So that's why bila anak kau tidur kat sebelah, kau macam sikit kau boleh segar bangun. Kau tak akan tidur mati punya. So dia macam buat kau lagi alert.
Yeah, we're more alert.
We are more alert lah in any way lah. So
Correct.
that part of the brain enlarges after you give birth.
Correct.
That's interesting.
Correct.
Yeah. Right. And also yang the fact that your DNA stays with your mother forever.
Maksud?
Meaning like because like basically like
We give birth.
Yeah, you give birth. So macam for example aku punya DNA and anak aku punya DNA is like we are in each other's body or something like that, and it stays there forever. So that's why macam like mother's instincts are like super strong because the DNA is there forever. So yeah, postpartum, talking about postpartum punya sasui stories.
Correct. Aku kan kau tahu bila kita macam steam and sterilize milk bottles kan. Dulu kan, when aku think back sekarang ni, aku dah macam 7 months kan.
Yep.
So the sasuiness is mostly gone lah.
Yep.
Tapi boleh relapse tau.
Betul.
Lu kalau salah trigger boleh relapse
Boleh
tau.
relapse, betul.
Okay, so bila time aku baru tengah pantang or something, so macam steam sterilize kan, it's this function is there's dryer as well.
Okay.
So I expect it to be dry, clean and sterile. Okay, so sometimes dia ada macam wap and kau tahu air. Then aku mulai, asal tak kering ni? Asal tak kering? Asal masih basah? Like as if that water droplets can hurt my baby. Kau faham tak?
Yeah.
But mum logic time postpartum is like,
It's like babe, betul. Padahal lain.
mana air ni setakat menitik-nitik. Kira kan air setitik tu boleh macam hurt our baby.
Betul. Oh my God, kau pernah hantar aku that Instagram post that water droplet thinking that it can harm our baby. Padahal it's just a
Do you
water
feel that?
Uh,
tak?
I do. Bila baru-baru lah. Kira bila baru-baru fresh postpartum lah. Especially with firstborn lah. Dia secondborn ada sasuinya, tapi dia relax sikit. Dia macam kau dah macam okay, kau dah tahu what's going on.
Kau dah relax sikit.
Relax sikit je, sikit.
Kau tahu the first night yang bila kita lepas bawa balik Talia kan, babe, kan it's like oh shit, because kau baru balik dari hospital. Kau manja apa, like betul. Nurse ambil
betul.
Kau tidur macam kan?
Betul.
So first night aku mau excited lah, macam okay. First night with baby, but it's very odd, right? Because it's like macam shit, it's like just a few days ago it was only me and my husband.
Ya, betul.
Like now suddenly there's this girl in our life, and suddenly macam we have to care for her, and suddenly it's different lah kan.
Yep.
Lepas tu kita pula, I feel like moms naturally when kita macam tengah pregnant, we watch a lot of baby videos, blah blah blah. And I know that when you do formula milk, you cannot shake like.
Yep. You have to like that.
Correct.
Yep.
Because takut colic lah kan, takut betul. Macam gassy, and I don't know lah what's the actually why cannot goncang,
because of the gas lah.
Because of the gas.
Ya.
Kan. So aku dah macam dah sasui, macam tak cukup tidur. Lepas tu macam kita trying to figure out stuff, and then I'm cleaning the tu. Lepas tu it's still so fragile because she's so small, like a rat.
Like a rat, it's wild. But
no, small. Dulu bila aku fresh postpartum, aku takut nak dokong anak aku sendiri tau.
Oh my god, yes,
aku
I remember.
Aku takut kan. Kau ingat
aku
macam
ingat.
Like even my confinement ni, puan dokong lah.
And it's normal to feel that way.
Tak apa. Tapi dia punya love, like it's so weird. Like am I wrong to say this? Tapi dia punya love kan kena build up tau.
Betul.
When dia baru keluar dari kau akan macam like
yes.
Tak nak takut sayang, tapi macam aku takut because time tu aku tengah resdung. So aku tak tahu if it's this is the normal sinus or am I having a flu. So aku very macam takut nak macam what if it's a flu, and then aku takut it will pass to my baby. So aku tak nak dokong, babe.
Aku ingat that face.
So aku macam tak apa nanti.
Macam anak orang lain macam tak apa. Nanti.
Kesian anak aku.
Aku tahu. But the love grew lah kan.
Of course.
Over time, ya Allah.
No, I can't live without Talia lah.
Yalah, duh.
That don't do girl.
That don't do girl.
Sekarang dia dah tak macam rat lah kan. Pasal so aku macam geram. So that on the first night, Hisham has to make the formula milk kan. First time he make formula milk
Okay, first time dia tak pernah buat.
Tak pernah.
Okay
kan. So tengah tu, lepas tu tiba-tiba aku tengah dokong lah si Talia ni.
Oh kan? My god,
the newborn. So aku macam like dia okay ke tak ni kan. Okay, Bibi buatkan susu. Okay, buat susu.
Oh my god.
Terus aku macam jangan goncangkan milk bottle. Aku dah gitu.
Aku dah sasi lah.
Tapi nak macam mana? Tak boleh. Tengok TikTok, dia cakap tak boleh. You dengan TikTok you, duh, kita so argue. You dengan TikTok you percaya sangat, tapi memang betul tak boleh lah.
Oh my goodness.
Pasal memang betul tak boleh.
Memang
tapi
tak boleh.
Dia pula macam cakap aku tak sup sangat dengan TikTok. Tapi ni betul. Tak
betul.
Terus aku nangis. Aku macam betul lah tak boleh kan. Macam terus dia macam habis nak macam mana. Macam aku pun tak tahu. Tapi aku tahu for sure kau tak boleh goncang. Aku TikTok search
Nangis-nangis tu,
how to shake baby bottle.
Gitu-gitu.
So Hisham terpaksa lah kena ikut kan, rentak aku. Tapi sampai sekarang dia
yelah, but actually betul lah. I would panic if Adri were to shake and all the bubbles bubbling up. You can't.
Orang lama kan. Tapi actually kita hidup je.
Yes.
Yup.
Oh really ah?
Yeah.
Orang lama do that lah. I thought all the way like they've been doing that. No.
Orang lama, kau tahu, orang lama baby baru dalam hari diorang kasih makan lah. Serius
lah.
Sebab tu nenek aku every time mak nenek datang rumah kan, when Talia is only like 2 months 3 months, we dah kasih lah makan. Kesian lah, dia lapar.
Oh my god.
It's normal lah guys. So siapa-siapa yang ada nenek ke kan, masih boleh relate, korang comment down below, because to them
It's not okay, but then the thing is there are news of kira like babies that
apa?
yang kira macam dorang kasih makan. Ada apa keluar news pernah sekali dia kasih makan and then after that the baby didn't survive what. So macam I don't know man. Yeah, but postpartum punya emotions are crazy.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
But somehow aku very thankful that kita also live in this era where kau faham tak, this kind of information is easily accessed,
Readily available. Yeah.
Kau imagine kalau dulu kita beranak yang zaman kampung, okay lah, maybe word of mouth lah, tapi kan
kau tak boleh nak Google shit.
then makcik boleh macam, kau kasihlah makan kau nasi.
Okay.
Si
Kasih dia
bubu,
kenyang.
bubu.
Kasih dia kenyang. Kasih dia tidur lama sikit, you know. And there's no like someone to like say that, oh no, it's wrong or whatever. So yeah, it's quite scary lah.
Yeah, correct.
So postpartum I was rasa was Nia, and dia ni nak tiba, dia tahu ada confirm nanny kat rumah apa jaga aku. So dia macam, I nak pergi gym. Aku pula, gym?
So you want to leave me alone?
You leave me alone? Nanny ada apa? No, but you can go out of the house. You always think about yourself only. You can go out. Then I'm stuck here with the kids. Aku dah gitu. Padahal tak ada benda. Pergi-pergi je lah.
I understand.
You understand me, bro.
You want
understand
him to just tenung muka kau 40 hari tu.
Just tengok je muka aku. Dia pula sikit-sikit nak go out.
Yelah, dah kurus
sikit-sikit go out.
Panaskan kita, jogging, ada lah.
Ada je kan
je.
alasan kau. Kau pula dapat laki yang jenis tak boleh duduk rumah.
Aku baru sampai gym, baru nak warm up. You saya go apa? Aku macam duduk kejap. Habis aku nak pergi gym buat apa sih?
Balik lah.
Aku selalu suka pergi Dre. So kalau pergi,
Shout out Dre.
shout out Dre,
Cool lah.
aku personal trainer. Dia sekarang tengah busy dengan abang-abang lagi Sapau. Tak apa. So aku pergi sana, aku catch up. Takkan nak pergi like 10-20 minit.
Ya, tapi I think from a postpartum mom brain POV, dia macam, kau boleh lah kau have kau punya me time. Aku mak pun aku tak boleh keluar rumah have me time aku. That kind of. Kau faham? Macam like going through confinement and then you are like macam bodoh, kau tak boleh buat benda. And then lepas tu macam you have that resentment towards your partner. Actually having a resentment towards your partner during this period is so normal.
Apa tu?
Resentment macam kau you never like talk it out with your husband. You never like macam maybe lay out like your expectations. Okay, maybe he does the night feed, you do the morning feed, whatever. Then lepas tu macam kau diam. So macam it builds up resentment towards your partner. Means you hate your partner during that period. Macam kau boleh buat apa-apa yang kau nak, tapi aku tak boleh sebab aku mother. I'm the mother and I have to be here with the children, feed the baby, blah blah. Yeah. But I would say like coming from a second time mom point of view, have some grace for yourself. Because the first time I did it in a way that no one could help me. Like aku macam akal liau semua benda. Like aku don't want, I refuse help from people. So this second time round, I'm really like, okay, you want to help me? Sure. Carry the baby? Sure. Feed the baby? Sure. Kau macam dah pandai, you know, let people do things for me. Jadi aku boleh breathe. Which is great lah. I feel happy. I'm like, aku rasa, and with me being happy, like it really helps with my recovery of postpartum.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Email lagi satu.
Yeah.
Am I becoming a narcissistic mother? Because I was raised by one. Kau baca? Aku baca?
Kau baca.
Aku baca. Okay. So email terakhir the topic is, am I becoming a narcissistic mother because I was raised by one? Pada siapa yang mendengar ni sekarang, kalau korang tak tahu what is a narcissistic mother, please go and Google about that first. Read about that and then come back. Okay. Hi guys, I'm Malaysian and I'm still living with my parents until now. It's not really what I wanted, but maybe God is trying to teach me something through this situation until I truly understand it. I believe I have a narcissistic mother, and lately I'm afraid that I might be becoming one too. I'm now 35 years old, married, with 3 kids. My husband is not here with me because we have a long distance marriage, so he only comes back once or twice a year. I love my children and they make me happy, but maybe not fully happy. I'm not even sure anymore. When I look back at my childhood, most of the memories I have are painful ones. If I had to divide my memories, I would say 90% is about how badly my mom treated me. One of the biggest thing I remember is the silent treatment. She could ignore me for 1 month or even longer. Imagine living in the same house with your mother but barely speaking at all. Usually it happened whenever I don't listen to her, or when she said I was stubborn, rebellious, or tak dengar cakap. As a child, I used to cry alone in a bed at night, imagining what it feels like to have a loving mother. Academically, I was one of the smartest among my siblings, but I never received compliments or praise from her. I never compared myself with my siblings or tried to bring them down, but I also never felt appreciated. I also remember that after my mom came home from work, she was often angry, stressed, or in a bad mood. She would sleep early, wake up early, wash clothes, iron uniform, prepare breakfast sometimes, but everything felt heavy and tense. In the morning, on the way to school, the car rides were silent or filled with anger. Since young, I became the daughter she depended on to clean the house because she knew I would do it properly. But even when asking for help, she would ask in anger. Cooking, cleaning, helping, everything became with tension and frustration. And when I was in uni, I saw my friends calling their mothers and talking for hours like best friends, sharing every detail of their day. I couldn't relate to that at all. Instead, I would call my father. He was the one who listened to me. Every week, he would come to visit me, give me some pocket money and check on me. My mother would come too, but when I tried to salam her, she would pull her hand away, make an angry face, and say that I was troublesome. This happened repeatedly for a whole year. Back then, I somehow managed to stay strong. But after turning 30, all these feelings became heavier. Why could I handle it then, but not now? When I was younger, I loved joining competitions like singing and debating. But now I realize one reason I lacked confidence was because I didn't know how to present myself. My mother never taught me simple things like how to dress nicely or carry myself confidently. It felt like she was always too busy finding my faults instead. The happiest childhood memories I have are not about my mother. They're about going back to kampong, my aunties, my uncles. They would cook delicious food, and my grandma who would always make me feel warm and comforting. Once a teacher asked me who the strongest woman I knew was. I didn't say my mother. I said it was my grandmother. Even now, I struggle to think of many good memories with my mother. And the effect of all this, now that I'm older, is painful. I find it hard to do anything for her sincerely. Even something small like taking her plate after she eats feels heavy to me. It's like kindness towards her doesn't come naturally because there's just too much hurt inside me. I try very hard not to become like her. Every day, I make conscious effort to break the cycle. I tell my children, I love you. I hug them often. If I scold them unfairly, I'll make sure to apologize. When I come home from work, no matter how tired I am, I will try and greet them with a smile. When I ask for help, I try to speak gently and kindly. In the mornings, I wake them up softly for school instead of shouting or rushing them. I want them to grow up feeling loved, safe, and emotionally secure. Things I often wished for as a child. But the truth is, only half of me feels strong enough to do this. The other half is constantly struggling inside. My mind is often filled with negative thoughts. I sometimes speak harshly to my husband, and there are moments when I lose control of my anger. My patience feels so thin, and I wonder why it seems to come naturally to others but not to me. When I look at some of my friends who were raised by loving mothers, I notice how different they are. They speak warmly about their mothers, saying how much they miss them. They seem gentle, calm, and patient with their own children. Love flows so naturally with them. Meanwhile, I feel like I'm fighting a silent battle every day just to raise my own small family with love. What seems effortless for others feels like a hard emotional work for me. I'm trying, but sometimes I feel exhausted by the struggle inside. And sometimes I wonder, am I becoming like her because of how I was raised? Or am I just someone who is deeply wounded and still healing? By the way, thank you for making my day happier. Aww. Another one that I want to give a big hug to.
Yeah.
Big hug to you, virtual hug. Damn.
Virtual hug.
Virtual hug.
Oh. Any comment, Sophia Arisa?
I guess you're just deeply wounded lah.
Yeah.
And it will take time for you to heal. Sometimes when you have your children, baru kau akan slowly heal. I mean, I feel like you will really try your best also to like try to break the cycle.
Yep.
with your children. Keep trying. Don't stop.
Yeah, correct.
Kan.
Because I know orang-orang yang macam kena narcissist abused from the family kan, especially parents, like when they have their own kids, macam giving kindness actually hurts them because they don't get it
Yeah.
from their own parents. So macam like, you know, it hurts them, tapi at the same time dorang macam nak,
They still have to.
yeah, because they want to break the cycle.
Yeah. So it's the hardest. I find that kita punya generation banyak yang dah macam, kau tahu, macam realise that, you know, we don't want to pour all these bad traits to, these toxic traits to our children.
Yes, correct.
Kan?
Actually, it's very common, you know, this issue.
It is very common, tapi dia jadi macam satu topik yang sangat taboo to talk about.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Because if you find all this on TikTok kan, kalau kau baca all the comments, it's like, whoa.
Correct. Yeah. Because for me, macam I have friends that have macam narcissist parents tau. So for me kan, aku whenever they macam ceritakan, at first when aku first dengar macam their problems,
Yeah.
it was so selfish of me to macam, itu tetap mak kau apa, kau maafkan lah.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So macam I tried, I said that once to my friend macam, but dia still mak kau sih, like you
Yeah.
know,
Yep.
you have to like push your ego aside lah. Tapi macam my friend listened to me and my friend was like, you know what Rita, but you know I always apologize, I always make the effort, but still she listened to my advice and she macam went to see the mom, and only for her to kena kick out by her mom lah.
Nah,
And then she came to me, she was crying and said like, aku dah buat apa yang kau advise aku, tapi look what aku dapat. And this is not the first time. Aku terdiam, babe. As a friend, aku felt so shit. Aku was like, wow. Like that's so macam selfish of me to ask her to do that. Like macam senang ni untuk aku cakap. Aku wasn't there. I'm not in her position. I don't know her family dynamics.
Yeah.
So easy for me as an outsider for me to be like, tapi tetap mak kau sih, babe. Maybe kau should like, you know, put your ego aside, you know, and just minta maaf dengan mak kau.
Yeah.
She did that and like dia kena teruk and like, you know, then when she came to me crying, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, your mom's ego is really
Off
sky
the
high,
roof.
babe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then macam, you know, that's when I realized like, oh wow, fuck, I should have just kept my mouth shut and stopped giving, you know, silly advices because I'm not in their position and I don't know shit. So I learned my lesson. So when my other friends macam, you know, face a similar situation, I could just like, you know, aku just jadi the listening ear.
Yeah.
Because like aku dah learn my lesson. Aku tak nak jadi macam faham to advise kau, because if aku tak go through that, aku won't give advice. Aku just akan support kau as friend. Like okay, if you're sad, I'll be here to listen and give you a shoulder to cry on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for all these people yang suffer from this kind of emotional abuse, it's not just about satu hari or an argument or ni tau. It's years of build up shit that is like buried underneath.
Yeah.
Satu hari tu macam just, you know, snap.
Correct.
So macam kalau kau like as a friend, kalau macam kawan kau kenapa? Okay, jap. Kalau macam as a friend, bila kawan kau macam bilang, parents aku gini, you don't know the environment that they grew up in for years tau. Takkan habis bila lah kalau kau nak cerita from A to Z apa yang they go through.
Yeah, correct.
So like what we said, always be kind lah. Kita tak tahu orang punya struggles.
Correct.
Kan?
Always be kind.
Always.
Sometimes kita kena mind our own business jugalah. So
Betul.
sebab tu, okay, for me as an outsider to my friend yang that is suffering from narcissist abuse kan, for me now aku advise korang lah, kalau korang ada kawan-kawan yang cerita kat korang kan pasal mak bapak dia ke, adik dia ke, abang dia ke, you just dengarkan je and just bagi support. Kau jangan nak masuk campur and you know,
because they know their own family best. They know They are going through it. So kau maybe sebagai kawan or sebagai a partner, just listen.
Correct.
Just listen and help them heal.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy for people who are going through emotional abuse to heal from that. It's not easy. It
Yes.
takes. It's not macam okay, just 1 month and then you're okay. It takes years.
Yes, correct.
And kalau orang tu finally manage to emerge out of that, congratulate them.
Yeah.
They deserve it. They
Yeah.
deserve it. They deserve to be happy also. Kau jangan nak macam judge macam, oh like you know,
Betul.
dia set boundaries for herself, himself ke apa.
Betul.
You don't know their story. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know their story. You don't
Yeah.
know what the mum or the dad really did to them.
Yeah.
Kan macam like as much as orang nak cerita, orang pun nak protect dia punya parents.
Betul.
So macam like aku rasa as friends yang tak pernah melalui narcissistic abuse, kau jangan macam faham. Nak
betul.
macam like maafkan je lah, like
Or like offer solutions.
honestly
ke apa.
senang untuk kita cakap.
Betul.
Sangat senang.
Betul.
Kita tak go through that. We're very lucky to not being raised by those kind of parents.
Yeah,
Kan?
betul.
So have some macam kena be more sensitive lah to people. Towards people lah, kan?
Betul.
Yeah,
And
kena
it's more
read the
common.
room,
Yeah, correct.
Be more sensitive. Jangan macam faham, kan? Kau bukan therapist for you to
Betul.
give them advices,
Yeah,
kan?
betul. Don't
Yeah.
offer solutions Yeah. And then also it's more common than you think lah. More common than you think. It's just that it's not spoken about. So generation kita ni, we really need to heal from that. You know, be more outspoken to talk about it. That's why kita ada topik-topik macam gini. It's more common than you think. Pasal the emails that we received kadang really membuka kita punya mata dan minda kita.
Ya, betul. Yeah, and also aku pernah nampak this like narcissist punya macam like thing on, I don't know why dia lalu FYP aku. Dia macam it's a cartoon image macam komik itu tau.
Okay.
So macam kalau it doesn't matter narcissistic mom ke, narcissistic husband ke, partner ke, wife ke. So they will just pick on your reaction. Faham tak?
Yep.
So macam aku, okay, the thing is I love this that you don't have to shout or scream in order to be mean.
Yeah, betul.
Sometimes aku like imagine I'm a narcissist friend towards
Yeah.
Sophia. Oh, you know like blah 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 blah, and then I hurt her feelings. Lepas tu kau pula fighter kau. Kau macam, apa sih aku cakap gitu.
Yeah.
Tengok aku cakap sikit kat Sophia, dia act macam gini aku tak boleh berbual dengan dia.
Yeah. Padahal the fire starter is kau.
Is aku.
Yes.
Aku yang macam
Cocok
cocok.
And then you get the reaction that you
Yes.
want. You use that reaction to use it against that person
Correct.
to win the argument.
Actually banyak yang going through narcissist
Panggil narc.
abuse
yeah.
by partners tau.
Yeah.
Husband ke, wife ke.
Ada banyak.
Banyak. So
And
macam
diorang tak tahu,
Yeah,
actually.
so kalau korang going through this narc abuse,
Yeah.
you know,
Read
love
up about
yourself.
it. Yeah, betul.
Yeah, read up about it. Because sometimes kita tak tahu, because yang this narc behavior kan, narc people, diorang pandai gaslight. Tu
Betul.
diorang pandai manipulate and diorang pandai gaslight.
Yeah.
And diorang akan buat the victim rasa macam, oh shit, yeah,
Yes.
I do overreact. Oh shit,
betul.
aku ada baran lah.
Betul.
Tapi diorang tak tahu, it's diorang yang macam ignite the fire.
Betul.
Mm.
Yeah. Aku pun tak ingat. Narc pun stands for narcotic. So aku tak tahu
Narkotik, narkoba.
Narkoba.
Tahu tak tu apa?
Tak tahu.
Drugs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indonesian.
Pablo Escobar aku tahu.
Itu kepala dia.
Okay lah guys.
Alright.
Hope you guys get something from us lah today. Very insightful episode, and we wish you a very blissful Mother's Day to all mothers out there.
Correct. Thank you so much.
And this episode is powered to you by Mr and Mrs Yaseen. Stay tuned till the end of this video for a product talk with Mr and Mrs Yaseen.
Thank you.
See you guys. Bye-bye. Hey girlies, we're back with Property Talk with Mr and Mrs Yaseen. Thank you so much guys for joining us again again. And kita nak sembang-sembang dengan korang lah and tanya pasal TCC listeners kita yang reach out to you guys. Mesti ada juga recent punya case ke ada?
Kita masih ada Malaysian listeners yang reach out to kita tau.
Nak jual tanah mana pula orang ni?
Ya, Malaysian. Very nice. Diorang tanya, salam Mr Yaseen, you boleh tolong jualkan property di Malaysia tak? Cakap, salam, maaf kita tak buat. Sorry belum sampai ke Malaysia lagi. Masih kat Singapore.
Cute. Ya, cute-nya. Function teruk lah korang. Thank you for supporting our sponsors. Yes. Tapi ada yang recent case yang korang ceritakan tadi?
Oh yeah, we
TCC buyer?
Alhamdulillah, we have a lot of TCC listeners approaching us. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you. The recent one was quite interesting because rarely I dapat family who want to upgrade for investment.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then they have a place to stay.
Oh, okay. That's quite rare.
Yeah, very rare. So bila dapat macam ni, very excited lah because this is a long journey which we can guide them, from one property to properties and all that.
Yes.
So we went for consultation, ambil gambar. We did a consultation and then dia kata nak ambil gambar sekali tak? Saya rumah cantik, okay lah, ambil gambar, ambil video terus lah on the spot.
Yeah.
The next day we posted, and then terus sold in one day.
Wow.
Kat mana tu? Which list?
Sebelah rumah awak.
Oh, it's the one that
Correct.
Oh,
Yang
that
korang
one.
post tu
Yes,
dekat
I sent to
north
Liz,
side, back
our
side.
friend.
Oh.
I sent to Liz. I'm like, Liz, you better go and view because they're looking for macam north lah.
Yes.
But it's such a good unit. Like macam kau tak payah renovate banyak sangat.
Correct.
And it's so spacious and it's near to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah.
Dia kat yang mana bukan
Bukan. That night kan I told
Yes,
Syam
Syam.
come for viewing. So that night we had a few viewers, and then we managed to close a price above seller expectation.
Masya Allah. Wow.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because rumah dia renovated and all that. Yeah. And then cuma back to the seller tadi. Okay lah, dia inform us that dia dah approach a few other agents before. So and then he just have another opinion.
Yep.
So he was they were more inclined towards buying an EC for investment.
Okay.
So EC investment is good.
Yep.
Cuma I told them that if you are buying EC, you kena bayar resale levy. That's one thing.
Yep.
And then the loan, you pun tak dapat full loan like buying a private property because there is MSR.
Yes.
So your loan will be lesser. That will make your budget smaller lah, lesser. So you might not be able to purchase a 3-room, a bigger unit lah, maybe 3-room, 3-bedder EC. And then the other thing is I told them for EC, your MOP starts only after you get your keys collection. So that means if you go to a EC launch, you book today, kena tunggu siap maybe 4 years, collect kunci. After you collect kunci, you kena stay there for 5 years. You cannot rent out, cannot apa-apa. After that, baru korang boleh jual. So that will be about 9 years.
Correct.
So I told him, have anyone spoken to you about buying a private property new launch? That means not EC, it's just private property.
Yep.
So dia kata tak tahu pula Kata, so I shared with him for private property new launch. Firstly, you tak kena resale levy.
Betul.
You save that 40,000 cash, save on resale levy. Secondly, you punya TDS, you tak ada MSR, TDSR only. So that means your loan, baik demi loan, he can only get about 700,000. Suddenly, without the MSR, he can get about 1.4 million.
Yep.
Yeah, because you're buying a private property. So budget dah tinggi.
Yes,
so and then lastly, I shared with him buying a new launch. Dia tak ada MOP tau. Dia cuma SSD. That means you can sell after 4 years of signing the SMP, not keys collection.
Okay.
Oh, okay, faham.
So SMP tu kira bila kau book the flat.
When you exercise, when you dah
exercise,
complete,
okay.
after that lah later part.
Exercise.
Main-main
Selepas deposit.
Yeah. So after you sign the SMP so that means you save, tak payah nak tunggu 5-6 tahun.
Say 5 years lah.
Yeah.
So we shared with them lah. One of our previous client,
Yep.
dia beli treasure at Tampines
Okay.
during the launch.
Yep.
So rumah belum siap, but that time SSD was 3 years so we flipped using floor plan, and he pocketed about 300,000
Without even staying there.
without even staying. And then remember, one thing about new launch project, your mortgage is progressive payment tau. Dia ikut foundation, building, so like 10%, 20%, 30%.
Yeah.
So you don't feel the pinch of the mortgage yet.
Yep.
And when the time is right, you flip, you take out your cash.
Just like that.
Actually, then that is a good business, right? You just flip
Yeah.
houses.
After 4 years, now it's
Now
4
4
years lah.
For 4
4
years.
years.
Cuma kebanyakan
Tak ada
orang
tempat
kita tak ada tempat tinggal.
Then kau kena ada additional stamp duty bukan?
Tak ada.
Tak ada. Kalau kau ada another property,
Oh kena.
Itu kena.
Yeah.
itu adalah
Yes.
kan
Kalau ada
kau
tempat
kena bayar.
rumah mak ke apa tak tinggal.
That is the issue if you want to buy a new
Atau
launch.
rent rumah yang
Yes.
murah lah.
Correct.
Yes.
Ada
People
orang rent.
sacrifice lah for that.
What's a good scenario kalau macam like diorang nak buat macam itu, then
Ada
kalau
tempat tinggal.
Ada
kalau
tempat tinggal.
korang advice apa, kena ada tempat tinggal lah.
Yes. Macam parents' house.
Parents.
Parents' house. Live with parents in the meantime. That kind.
Ataupun
Yeah.
tumpang rumah.
Macam ada ke kan?
Boleh.
Jadi kalau macam let's say diorang ada HDB tapi diorang tak nak jual HDB tu, nak beli private property boleh?
Tapi kena ABSD.
ABS.
Apa tu pula?
Additional buyer stamp duty.
Itu berapa
Agent
Agent
Sofia ada cerita.
gitu berapa
Berapa
pay?
berapa? 20 kan?
20%
20% of the
purchase price.
purchase price.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's say
Kita tanya
Tanya Adri berapa
Tanya.
persen
So
ABSD for Singaporean second property 20%. 20 20 betul lah.
okay, so let's say like give us a rough figure.
Okay.
Korang nak beli 1 million.
One tak dapat.
200,000 kau kasih government je just as stamp duty.
Yeah, and this is not inclusive of your 25% down payment, your
Yes,
buyer
this is
stamp
additional.
duty. So it's not really worth it to keep your HDB and to do this kind of investment.
Unless kau just kaya nak mati lah.
Ya, or kalau kau nak main gitu kau buy industrial lah. Kau tak kena ABSD.
Cuma kau nak kena cash. Industrial tak ada bayar CPF.
Kalau industrial korang jual tak? Do you guys?
Kita tak fokus
Kita tak,
much
but we have
on that.
friends who-
Yeah, our teammates can assist lah.
Wow. Main industrial.
Wah, dah nak main industrial lah.
So a big shot. Main industrial.
Beli unit gini?
Pasal dorang pun tak ada CPF lah.
Syam nak beli hotel ke?
Tak industrial macam gini?
Boleh.
Oh,
Rizal.
boleh.
Boleh.
Boleh
Ya, ya.
beli.
Kan?
Boleh. Macam gini boleh.
The ones dekat Arab Street tu cantik-cantik tau. Those shop houses kena non jual.
Maybe tu not yet lah The
Main ring-ring dulu.
ring-ring dulu lah. Primes Bizhub ke?
Boleh.
Boleh.
Biz Hub ke, Prime Biz Hub. Boleh. Apa-apa biz boleh lah.
Boleh. Idea.
Kan?
InsyaAllah.
Yeah. So back to the story tadi. Kita macam terperanjat jugalah. I mean very rare lah. Biasanya orang dapat jumpa kita nak upgrade 5 bilik, nak ini nak itu. So very rare. Dia kata we have a place to stay. We just want to do solely investment. So they were quite inclined towards the private property punya option.
New
So,
launch lah.
New launch lah. So I cakap okay, kita tunggu duit dah masuk. Nanti kita tengok apa yang available in the market, which is will be good potential.
Yeah.
InsyaAllah lah. Let me see how.
Wow. Bestnya, aku always get excited when someone buys a new launch, especially
Kan.
private new launch. Yeah.
Last week Tengah dengan Villa Bay almost sold out. Tengah
But
Oh my God.
It launched at berapa? 116 PSF kan?
11718 PSF. Tengah
1,600 PSF tak dapat lagi.
Oh
dengan
my
price.
God.
first time mover advantage. Tengah sekarang tak ada apa-apa kan?
Ya, betul.
Kan it was like Punggol
Yes.
15-20 years back.
Yeah.
So we foresee those who enter now Tengah at this low price, with the future development, Tengah will develop. And then that's where there'll be new launch, more new launches coming up, so the price will go up. So maybe after 4 years dah boleh flip pun.
Wow.
So 90% sold during launch day.
Wow. Dengan yang satu yang dekat Bayfront tu pun kan. That one-
Villa Bay.
Villa Bay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Villa Bay is nice ya.
Villa Bay is kat mana?
East Coast.
Bayshore.
Bayshore. Sea facing Is it sea
Yeah,
facing?
after so long East Coast have a new launch.
Kalau tak semua kondo lama kan kat situ.
Correct.
Yeah.
Dah boleh jadi ejen. Boleh lah.
Ambil
Suka.
sama-sama lah.
Aku suka benda-benda macam ni.
Boleh.
Okay, terima kasih guys.
Thank you.
InsyaAllah aku join team korang. InsyaAllah. Kalau aku ada time aku ambil dia punya exam.
Kau ni pandai-pandai tak nak ambil.
Terima kasih. InsyaAllah. Doakan aku guys. Aku nak jadi realtor satu hari. InsyaAllah.
Boleh. 2 hari pun boleh.
Amin. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in to Property Talk. Hope you guys learned something from this Property Talk. And we see y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.